Avoid these 5 money mistakes or they'll bury you financially. Make no mistake about it, everyone can achieve financial success. But with that being said, the reality is that most people will never achieve their financial goals. Although everyone has a different idea of what financial success is, building a strong financial future doesn't happen by accident. There are certain things that you should do and certain mistakes you should avoid. These mistakes are subtle and may seem harmless at first, but they have a long-lasting effect on your finances, creating a downward spiral of financial struggle. A few smart financial decisions or a few bad decisions might be the difference between economic success and destitution. It's already a given that we make mistakes, and there's a good chance we make some financial mistakes that cause long-term financial problems. But it's never too late to start getting your finances on the right track toward realizing your financial goals. You just need to identify the mistakes you're making and then come up with a plan to fix them. Hi and welcome back to another video of Finance Sense, where we cover all the latest trends in the financial markets and the economy. In this video, I'll be sharing with you 5 money mistakes that you can avoid in order to pave the way for your future financial success. Before we start, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new to our channel, and turn on the notification bell to keep posted. With that being said, let's start. Mistake number 1. Aiming for short-term wins instead of long-term success. Nowadays, we often submit ourselves to our impatience. But the effects of this trait could be even more severe when our financial management practices are affected. Others just cannot resist the drive to succeed immediately because it is too alluring. In order to achieve short-term wins that will completely change your life overnight, individuals frequently risk their money even though there is a very slim possibility that this will actually occur. One instance of this was the widespread use of meme stocks and meme coins during the pandemic. Well, seeing so many new investors making their first investments was incredible. However, many of their investment strategies were flawed since they invested their money based on hot stock tips from friends in the media. These inexperienced investors frequently bought at the peak in search of short-term gains and then suffered enormous losses. Essentially, there are only very few quick wins, but anything worthwhile requires patience. For example, you cannot expect to lose weight quickly if it took you years to get the additional pounds you currently carry. Conversely, it will take years, if not decades, to create a business that will enable you to reach financial independence, but your efforts will be worthwhile in the end. What distinguishes winners from losers is a simple shift from a short-term to a long-term mindset. Therefore, aspire to be better down the road. Doing this will significantly improve your chances of achieving all of your financial goals. Mistake number 2. Not being aware of your numbers. Unfortunately, not all people are financially savvy, and this is extremely detrimental to their ability to advance financially. It's much too simple to let your life pass while your finances stay still because what isn't measured isn't managed. Fortunately, you can employ the DIIS system. DIIS stands for Debts, Investments, Income, and Savings. And this system is going to help you make financial progress by constantly reminding you of your financial position. There are 3 steps you must take in order to use the system. The first step is establishing baselines for each system's 4 pillars. Add all of your debts as well as your investments, income, and savings. After these starting figures have been established, the next step is to come up with concrete steps that will move you closer to your financial goals. For instance, if your goal is to save $200 by the end of the month, devise a plan to reduce your spending by $200 or expand your sources of income. Finally, step 3 entails analyzing where you stand within each of these 4 pillars after a month to see if the goals you set for yourself were accomplished. If so, set new goals and take further steps. If not, evaluate where you went wrong and how you can change your strategy to guarantee that your goals are achieved. Therefore, build up a DIIS system for yourself and avoid letting your finances get out of hand if you're serious about making significant financial success. Mistake number 3. Non-maximizing high-value tasks. Most individuals prioritize saving every dollar they earn due to their limited incomes. In other words, they have a scarcity mindset. As a result, they make every effort to save money, such as handling all household chores themselves, rather than paying someone else to do them. Unfortunately, the majority of individuals spend their whole lives in financial mediocrity because of this mindset. But those that succeed financially make sure to make the most of the time they devote to their high-paying jobs. For example, if you own a business and make an average of $100 per hour, it would be more cost-effective to pay someone $50 per hour to clean your home or get your groceries while you work than to handle those chores yourself. You can safely assume that your wealth will increase as you gradually build up these small wins on top of one another. If you do not currently possess high-value skills that you can use to generate money outside of your 9-to-5 work, then this is the very first step you must take to achieve greater financial success. Mistake number 4. Being unwilling to spend money on education. Education nowadays isn't what it used to be in the traditional sense. Obtaining a college degree during our parents' time meant securing a high-paying job with greater chances for career advancement and, in the end, a large pension. Unfortunately, those golden days are gone, and as a result, more and more individuals are beginning to doubt the benefits of going to college. Today, going to college is sitting in a jam-packed lecture hall with hundreds of other uninterested students while a professor goes through a tedious 100-page PowerPoint. But at least you'll find employment after your studies are through, right? While this may be easier said than done, depending on the degree you're pursuing, it now takes the average student somewhere between 3 to 6 months to land their first job after graduating from college. This is to say that formal education, including college, isn't what it used to be. But it doesn't imply you should skimp on your education. Allowing yourself to remain ignorant is one of the worst mistakes you can make. The saying, "the more you learn, the more you earn," is commonly used because knowledge can make you extremely wealthy. The main lesson to be learned from this is the value of education. Not all types of education are worthwhile, therefore, any investments you make should make you a profit. Mistake number 5. Attaching your self-worth to your financial situation. Attaching your self-worth to the size of your bank account is one of the major issues one can run into while realizing increased levels of financial success. No matter your financial situation, we all, to some extent, associate a part of our self-worth with our income. People with low salaries, for instance, sometimes believe that they are less important to society since our current culture places such a high value on money. On the other hand, people who earn a lot of money think of themselves as extremely valuable in society. But it's unhealthy to base your self-worth on money. You see, you will have financial success and failures throughout your life. Your investments will experience record highs in some years and negative returns to others. Achieving greater financial progress is essential, but this shouldn't be the only aspect of who you are as a person. When your finances are faltering, aim to correct other mistakes in your life so you can continue to feel like you are moving forward. But how you view yourself shouldn't be. Your self-image must be attached to any financial metric. Hi, thanks for making it to the end of this video. I hope you learned something valuable, and if you enjoyed it, please hit like and subscribe. Also, make sure to leave your thoughts in the comments section down below. This is Finance Sense, helping you keep up with all the latest trends in the financial markets and the economy. Stay safe and see you in the next video.